Hi everyone, welcome to Colouring with Kate. Thank you for joining me today. So in this video I am doing a little bit of a colouring and showing you on camera in how I colour a page, Colour the Forest it's called, by Lotte Forde. So this is her second book. It's Fantastical Journey into the World of Trees. So the one that I'm completing is actually the cover page, and I've done this much on it. So all I've done is an acrylic pen background. I used the Artex acrylic marker, the brush one, and then I used a green pencil, a Prismacolor pencil. I think it was Prussian green. Yeah, I think it was Prussian green, and I used it for some shading around the tree just to add a little bit of depth. And then I used my Doorcraft, no, it's not actually Doorcrafts, it's Deco Art, that's it, let me get it right, Deco Crafts twinkle glitter paint, acrylic paint, and I put that on top. Okay, and so that's my background done. So I haven't used that for absolutely ages, and I'm going to insert the clips of me showing you how I start off doing some of those parts to the background, and then I'll come back again and we'll get started on the tree and we'll have a little colour and chat and catch up. Okay, so I'll insert the clips here of how I did the different parts of the background. They're not full pieces, but so don't show everything, you know, the whole page that I'm doing, but you get an idea of how I did, you know, how I did each part. Okay, so I'll insert the clips here. Right, okay, hope you can hear me okay on this little voiceover section, but yeah, I'm just quickly showing you how I started off. So I've got my Artex acrylic marker. Unfortunately the markers don't have names or numbers, so there's no little identifying features, but I used an olivey green sort of a colour, so you can see that I'm adding the acrylic marker. It's quite easy to use actually because it's a brush marker, and yeah, when I first started it I thought, oh, this is going to take me ages. It did take me quite a while because there's quite a lot of teeny tiny details to go around, you know, with the brush tip, so it did take a while. But yeah, I just show you a little bit of me using the acrylic marker. I tried to be as neat as I possibly could, but yeah, I think I'm going to use these acrylic markers for backgrounds as well as for highlights and things, because they work really well. You don't get, you know when you stop and start, you don't get the little marks to show that. So anyway, now what I'm doing is, once I'd done that big task of covering the page with the acrylic marker, I'm using a Prismacolor Prussian green pencil just to add a little bit of shading in certain areas, like on the edges, around the branches and things like that. So just to add a little bit of depth. I think a little bit of shading always looks nice. So yeah, that's all I did. I did a little bit of shading. I didn't use any other colours, just the Prussian green. It was the colour that matched the best with the colour of the Artex marker. So yeah, that's what I did there. And then you'll see me, I don't know what I was doing then because I've just stopped on the page, but maybe I was just changing the video that was on my iPad that I was listening to or whatever. Yeah, so yeah, that's all I did. So even around the branches I thought shading would look nice. I was also thinking that I will be using a fair amount of gel pen on this page as well, because I can imagine using gel pen on the leaves. excuse me, I'd probably use gel pen on the leaves rather than metallic paint, because the leaves are very, very, very small. But yeah, now that I've added the shading, I'm using Deco Art Craft Twinkles, which is an acrylic glitter paint. So poured a little bit of that out, and then used a acrylic fine paintbrush. I think it's a size 0, if I can see on there. Yeah, I think it's a size 0, and then I just added that on top. It's sort of a clear glitter acrylic paint. I'm really pleased I actually used that, because rather than just leave it as a green background, because I did want some a glittery background, because I haven't used acrylic paints for absolutely ages. I haven't been using quite a lot of the resources that I do actually have, you know, so I'm going to try to make sure that I use the things I've got, so they get some good use out of them. Otherwise there's no real use of actually having them in my stash. But yeah, I've got a few glittery acrylic paints, and I particularly like to use the acrylic paint because obviously Amazon printed paper is quite thin, and so acrylic paint will work much better on the thinner paper than, say, a watercolour paint for a background. And this worked really well. You know, the paper handled the acrylic glitter paint on top quite well. I think it helped that there was a acrylic marker base first on the paper, and then the acrylic paint went on top, so I think it took it much better. Because the acrylic paint is actually thicker, it didn't stress the paper out too much. So yeah, it did take a while to go around all the little bits, because of course it's such a detailed page. You've got to have patience. So yeah, that's pretty much it really. And on to the next bit. Alright, so now I am going to colour the tree, I think, and I'm going to use my Cretacolor or Creatorcolor by Breveliers. It says Breveliers Creatorcolor Mega Coloured Pencils. So I decided to just do a base of those pencils. You can see how big the tray is. I think it's a 36, yeah, it is a 36 set, and I've just picked some sort of some browns. So I've got some browns here, light, medium and dark, and then I've also got a little bit of this English red, which I thought I'd put in to the bark of the tree at certain points. So this is going to be my sort of a base, and then I think I'm going to use a Derwent blender pen to blend all that together, and then just to possibly add a few more details. I might use just my other pencils, like probably Polychromos or Prismacolor, to add details in certain, you know, in the smaller parts of the branches maybe, or bring some of these other details out. So yeah, that's the plan. So let's get you in here. So I think I'll start off with the trunk actually, why not, and put my glasses on as well. So I'm going to start off with some of the English red, and I have sharpened these mega pencils with the Dahl 133 that I've got sharpener, you know, the manual crank one. So I'm just adding the red in some random places. So yeah, I noticed that basically when I did the flip of this book, I was sort of thinking aloud and of how I'm going to do this page, and I actually didn't use any of the background methods. I think I didn't anyway. I think I was going to use some mica magic powder, and I did think I said acrylic paint on top, so some sort of acrylic glitter, so I think I did say that. But yeah, I decided to go with this. Right, maybe a little bit, oops, we're off camera. Sorry about that. So yeah, just putting in the red, because otherwise if I don't put in the red now, I just wanted a bit of a variation in colour and not just to have the whole tree sort of brown, you know, shades of brown like that. It's just going to serve as a bit of a maybe say a little bit here. It's just going to serve as a base, and then I'll probably, like I say, put in details with my Prismacolor. So how are you guys all doing? I feel like I haven't done a colouring chat for absolutely ages and ages and ages. I think the last time I did one was early in the, or just before the 6 weeks holidays, actually, the summer holidays, which was in July. So but yeah, all back to school now, so back to work. So don't have as much time now as before, but anyway, ochre dark. So this is called ochre dark, so it's my lightest brown. So I'm just going to cover the entire area with this colour, and then basically I will put the other two shades of brown on top, you know, in certain areas. So yeah, just keep checking that I'm on the I'm actually on camera. So yeah, what are you guys colouring at the moment, or are you doing a diamond painting? I did finish my bee diamond painting, so hopefully I will remember to show that in my September completed pages. And I've started another page as well. Sorry, not another page. I've started another diamond painting, which is like a partial drill one, and it's got sort of gems that you attach. I'm not actually enjoying that one as much because I don't know. It's the gems are quite big, and I don't know. I haven't done that. I haven't actually sat down and I've been into my colouring again. So I had a little diamond painting phase, or yeah, like went through a phase where I was back into diamond painting for a while, and then I've got back into my colouring. So it's quite funny, really. It's good though, because it's just another option, isn't it? If I don't feel like colouring, I'll probably diamond paint, and if I don't feel like diamond painting, then I will colour. So yeah, I'm just going to cover the entire thing here with this ochre dark of the keep calling him Cray Art, but the Creator Colour. And then once I've done that, I'll come back and show you how I add the shading, I think, because this is quite boring for you, I think. Okay, so I have put the ochre dark all over the tree, and of course you saw me put the English red in certain parts. So now I'm just going to add some shading. So I've got my mid colour, which is a chestnut brown in the Creator Colours. I have to look because I always forget the name. So yeah, I'm just going to put this in certain areas. where I feel of the shading, you know, where it should be a bit darker, I think. So yeah, working probably from the edges to the centre. Oh, it would help if I was on camera, wouldn't it? I just realised that I have gone onto this bit here, onto the door, which is not what I wanted to do, of course. So yeah, I'm going to add this shading where I can. So yeah, what have I been up to? Not a lot really. Like I say, been back to work. It was a shock to the system, getting up early mornings again. It is definitely one of the things I don't like doing, is getting up in the morning, early mornings. I really love sleeping. It's just one of the things I enjoy doing, sleeping. Just like my students, they enjoy sleeping as well. So yeah, that's but yeah, it's been nice to see everybody again. It always is after a long holiday. It's nice to see the old faces. And yeah, I'm just hoping I can get back into the swing of things. I think I am slowly anyway. It's just going to be a little bit busy, that's all. I think I've missed a little bit out here, so I'm just adding my initial what was it, ochre dark there. Just going over it. So yeah, what else? I haven't had much time to film and just colour, because of course when it was holidays you can pretty much colour most of the day, because you're just free most of the day, but now I'm not. But I am trying my best to try to release 2 videos a week, which is my usual you know, usual number that I release. It's looking better now with shading. Shading always makes things look better. What have I bought? I haven't actually been buying much at all, colouring wise. One, because it's not really much for me to buy. I have quite a lot of the stuff that I use or need or require. There is something that I've seen recently though, which is the Tim Holtz watercolour pencils. I've seen them on Wendy at Happily Handmade here on YouTube, and I've seen it on Dan's channel, Colour with Dan, here on YouTube, and they have both purchased the full sets. So their videos were quite useful for me, because I'm still on the fence about buying them. I'm not too sure if they are quite pricey here in the UK, £70, around that price for the pencils, watercolour pencils. I think you get 36 altogether. I think there's 12 in a pack and there's 3 packs. So I've had a little look at those, and yeah, they seem quite nice. So I'm not decided whether to buy them or not. I know they're not specifically made for colourists, but I can't see why they can't use it. I'm sure they can. So yeah, and I like using, you know, making art journal pages when I can. So I think I wouldn't just use them in colouring books. I'd probably use them should I say, art journal pages as well. So yeah, quite interested in those. And there's some books as well by Nicolette Delafrey, I think her name is. And she's got Colour of Daydreams, I think it's called. And I do want to get that book, but I want to wait until her autumn colouring book is out, so then I can get them both at the same time, because I think that would make the shipping price a little bit better. So yeah, I'm hoping to get that. So I've got my eye on that as well. I did see it on, I did see that Colour of Daydreams on Helena's channel, the Colouring Zone, and yeah, it looks really good. So I was intending, or I am intending on getting that, but like I say, I'm just waiting for her autumn book to be released, which she did say sometime in September. So yeah, got my eye on that. I have pre-ordered, oh, I saw, I can't remember where I saw it, but I saw it on YouTube somewhere, but I saw I'm just going to sharpen this on my dowel sharpener. Sorry for the noise. Because look how sharp it gets. It gets it to a really nice point. And yeah, what was I saying? Yeah, I saw it on a channel, the Lulu Mail book, the one that's coming out in September, and it's 1,000,000 Sea Creatures. Oh, I just cannot wait. I've seen a few pages, you see. I've seen a few pages on Amazon, I think, on its listing, and I think that's going to be my favourite Lulu Mail book. Each book she seems to release I like more, so yeah, I seem to like her work more and more. It seems like it just gets better and better, so I really cannot wait for that. And it's coming out in the UK anyway on the 29th of September, so I have pre-ordered that off Amazon. Off Amazon. So yeah, I'm hoping to really we're hoping to get that on the day of release, and then I hopefully will do a flip through. If I get it early enough, then I'll do a flip. So yeah, that should be quite good. But yeah, the pictures in it look absolutely beautiful, and I really am looking forward to that book. I cannot wait I can't wait till the 29th of September now to get that book. And of course I've also pre-ordered the Johanna Basford book as well. I think it's called Rooms of Wonder, if I'm not mistaken. So I'm hoping to get that one as well. But yeah, I haven't really been buying anything else. I purchased Rita Berman's new book, of course. Got that off Book Depository, and I am currently completing a page in that. Alright, I think I'm going to put my darkest colour on now. So that is the Umber. So yeah, start from the bottom again, I think. So yeah, as I was saying, just going to put this in certain areas, just, you know, for the ultra dark parts. Yeah, so I got Rita Berman's new book. I also got this one was obviously sent to me by Lotte Forde, so the Colour of the Forest, and she sent it to me, so I'm really grateful for that. And then I was sent another book as well, which was by Karen E. Myers, so that was the Mystical Lands of Clinadra, I think, but I've got a separate flip of that on my channel. So I've got a flip of those books. apart from Rita Berman's new book, because of course there's a lot of flips of that already, so I didn't bother doing a flip of that. I do really like her new book. I think it's gorgeous. And the page that I'm currently doing in there is the one with the elephant and the Taj Mahal, so the Indian one I'm doing. I just couldn't decide for the longest time which one to do, and then I just went for that one. I thought I'll just do that one. And yeah, I'm hoping to colour a lot more in that book, Rita's book. So I love the detail in her books, and her art is just beautiful. So yeah. What else? I haven't really purchased anything else, to be honest. I've not been on a no spend, because I don't know, I just lost the will to buy stuff. Not that there's, like I said, there's not much to buy as well, because I've got quite a lot of stuff as well. I have been looking at the Starjoy gold pencils, but I'm not sure about those either. And it's not like I haven't got enough pencils. I've got so many pencils, it's ridiculous. But if you have the Starjoy gold pencils, I'd really appreciate if you could let me know what you think of them. You know, do you think they're worth buying? What are they like? I've heard good things about them. The thing is, again, in the UK, they are priced so much more than they are in the US, and they're not priced as a budget pencil, which is really annoying. Things in the UK seem to be a lot more pricier than, say, in the US. For the same thing, it just seems to be much higher, the prices. But before it was like £79, and now it's about, I've seen them for about £58, so that's a good reduction. So that's why I was looking at them again and thinking, should I buy them? I mean, I don't really need, like I said, any more pencils, but yeah, just wanted to, I like the way the pencils look. I think they look really nice, the Starjoys, and I really like the big print on the actual barrel of the pencil. Yeah, what else? So I'm filming this on the 12th of September, and it won't go out until, well, I don't know my schedule off by heart, but it won't go out until a while yet, so probably, I don't know, in a week or two, in a couple of weeks probably, because I like to make my videos in advance rather than last minute, which is just the way I work. But yeah, I'm filming this on the 12th, so here in the UK, last Thursday the Queen did pass away, Her Majesty the Queen, and yeah, it's very sad. When anyone passes away, it's sad, and she was obviously such a famous figure as well. So yeah, I think the funeral, we were told the funeral will be the 19th, which is going to be a bank holiday. So yeah, it is very sad, and I mean, she was 96, which is a ripe old age to live till, so that you can take comfort from, the fact that she had a long life. And yeah, we have Charles III as king. I'm not a royalist. I do have a little bit of an interest in the royals, but not overly. But just thought I'd mention it, as it is a colouring chat, and it's a recent thing that's just happened. So yeah, I mean, I think I need another. I'm going to use my red again, my English red, and I'm just going to go put a heavier application around the edges of, well, the edge of the tree. And yeah. So yeah, I mean, death and taxes are the two guarantees in life, aren't they? Death and taxes. So yeah, but it's always a shock. You can never prepare for death. It's just, you know, it's going to have a massive impact when you lose someone. I'm quite a sentimental person as well, so I'm more affected than most, I would say. So yeah, I think this darker application, because I don't really have another suitable red to add shading with, so I'm just applying like a heavier amount of this red. Right, so what else can I talk about? I don't know, I'm thinking. Talked about the things I haven't really bought much recently. Hardly bought anything. Like I said, I bought Rita Berben's new book, and I even bought a second copy of that once it was available on Amazon UK, because I buy a second copy of the books I know I'm going to colour a lot of pages from, because I use different mediums, as you know, so it's not particularly easy to colour on the back on a double-sided book. So if I buy another copy, that sort of alleviates that problem a little bit. What else did I buy? I cannot remember. I bought some Poscas, I think, because they were on sale during the summer holidays. I think I bought them from Hobbycraft actually. Now I'm going back with my lightest brown, the Ochre Dark, just because before I use my Derwent blender pen, there needs to be enough pigment on the page, because if there isn't enough pigment on the page, I don't think I'll get the effect. I don't think I'll get particularly good blending, should I say, or the pen won't be as effective, and the end result won't be that great. I'm actually going to put a little bit of dark colour around this window as well, so that it looks a bit more deeply set. So go around that as well. Oh, meant to go around it with the darkest brown. So I was thinking, why isn't it so dark? Because I was using the wrong pencil, of course. Also going to use this dark, actually, you know what I'll do? I'll use a pencil, like a, you know, my other pencils to go around them. This is just a colour and chat really, so it's not a colour along. So what I'm thinking of doing with the rest of this page, because as you can tell, it is a very detailed page. It's got all these little features, things that I like, you know, all these little details and of tiny details. So those parts that are a bit larger, I will be using pencil for them. So like this here, this thing here, this little, I don't know, this little room, should we call it, with a nice little settee there and cushions. I'll use pencil for that, but for some really small areas like these balloons, I'll probably use fine liners or gel pens. That's how I usually decide what I'm going to use as well, depending on the size of the objects. I might actually go in and still put a bit of dark colours around these parts of the tree where in the bark, I guess. So I haven't got a lot of colouring done. It's been taking me absolutely ages. My pencil work is just taking ages these days for some reason. Well, I know what the reason is. The reason is I'm just layering and layering and layering and layering forever and ever. Just taking my time with it, really. Some awesome colourists on YouTube, and their work is so stunning. And I enjoy layering as well. And I believe that the more layering you do, the more intense your colour, and it just looks better. So really, I think we have to take our time. If we want our pictures to come out really vivid, then we really do have to take our time with it. With a picture like this, what I really like about it is that although it's from Amazon printed paper, you can have a lot of fun with using things that you don't have to worry about that you think will go through the paper, because it doesn't really matter because there's nothing on the other side. So, you know, I can use gel pens. I will still use metallic paint on it, not for large areas, but for details and stuff, you know, using watercolour metallic paints should be absolutely fine. So yeah, right, I think I'm going to leave it there. You know, I'm gonna zoom you out a bit so you can see. Yeah, so that's how it's looking. I am quite pleased with it. I am going to use a Derwent blender pen, I think, to go over this. Then I'll use some pencil again to maybe add these line details in and some more shading, but we'll see. And yeah, so I hope you enjoyed this short little video, colour and chat, and until next time, happy colouring, take care, bye.